Dark-type Pokemon for a long time had only been challenged from the Elite Four, so it's normal to think that these were some type of elite Pokemon. But in Generation 8, this was not the case when Dark-type Pokemon saw its first gym leader Piers from the Spikemuth gym. Piers was different because he was considered weak and he couldn't Dynamax his Pokemon. So that's why we're going to be a better gym leader, a Dark-type gym leader in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Regulation F. A format without restricted Pokemon, but there are secondary legendaries like Thudamane. So I need to vary the Pokemon as much as I can as of the same type, and I can't use Incineroar just because it's Incineroar, it needs to work well on a mono dark team. In this case, primarily being a rain team. And it might not seem very standard, so let's have a look. Okay, so basically Sableye uses Rain Dance, which benefits quite a few Pokemon on the team. Galarian Moltres' Hurricane becomes accurate, Overqwil Swift Swim becomes activated, and it also powers up Liquidation. I put Haze instead of Rain Dance or Crunch just because of Dondozo, but when the Rain is activated we go first. Rain also protects Steel and Grass types from fire damage. These are useful because Grass type resists Electric and I don't have a Ground type, and Steel is for the Fairies, I also have Overqwil for the Fairies, and Helping Hand is for extra boost. Meowscarada has the ability Protean, which means that she can change type. So I have the Play Rough there, so she can change the Fairy type on the whim. Pollen Puff is for Galarian Moltres when his life gets low and activates Berserk, and Helping Hand is for an extra boost. And that's that, let's get into some games, man. Okay, this looks like a Regulation J team just because it has like 2 restricted Pokemon. It has Calyrex Shadow and also has Koraidon, so I'm looking at like 3 more legendaries and also Volcarona. This team's not playing around, and I need to make decisions quick on who's coming on the team. Obviously it's going to be Rain Dance. Sableye's a no-brainer to bring up the rain, and then Galarian Moltres with the Hurricane, King Gambit with the Sucker Punch for Calyrex Shadow, and Grimmsnarl with the screens and Spirit Break. And that's that. Wish me luck, we're gonna need it for sure. And let's get dark. Dark like black stuff. Yeah. And the match begin. We are staring down Brute Bonnet and Volcarona. And both types are weak to my Hurricane, which is amazing. Which one wants it first? It's hard to decide, but you know what? They both use Rage Powder, so they might just redirect me and choose which one takes the Hurricane. Nah, Protect first because we might want to disable a move on the next turn. It might be Spore. I think I'd rather disable Spore than Rage Powder, and Volcarona might Quiver Dance up, might not, but we can disable the next turn. Rage Powder comes out, so it's quite clear what they want to do. They want to set up, and then they're going to bring out Koraidon with the Sun, and then Blast with Heat Wave. But we got some rain for that picnic. Believe me. I'm kidding, I hope they have mercy. I'm using Hurricane and Rain Dance anyway, hope we don't lose. I think it's a good plan. We can hit one or the other. And yeah, even Koraidon if it wants a piece. So let's see what the next turn's going to be. Let's see what happens next. Rage Powder again. Okay, I don't know if that was the best move unless they use Heat Wave. But I guess that's what the next play should be since they're trying to clear the way and they're trying to protect their Volcarona. Oh, the damage. Look at that. And we go berserk like a monster. Okay, and they get powered up with Throat Spray. That must be minty fresh. Now they're +2 special attack. Hurricane comes through and gets a knockout, which is fantastic. Now I predict they'll bring out Koraidon for the Sun. That has to be the play, right? They're all set up. Did they bring Calyrex Shadow? I mean, what are they going to do? Astral Barrage, a dark team? Yep. Or they can use Draining Kiss, or go to Terra Fairy, I suppose. So Protect again, and then we'll disable their next move. I don't really favor which move we disable right now because they're all quite a threat. Okay, wrong room, it happens. And so I guess the next Pokemon they bring in is Koraidon to bring out the Sun, as I thought before. I don't really understand the Calyrex Shadow play, I guess it was a misclick, but they did reveal their last Pokemon, which is great for us. Okay, so we Protect, and I expect Heat Wave to come out, and then next turn we should do like Rain Dance and Hurricane. The only thing is, I don't think that we're faster now. I think that Koraidon outspeeds us, and also the Volcarona. I should have used Tailwind. I guess that Murkrow is an option there for Tailwind, as well as Rain Dance and Haze. Bug Bugs will probably knock us out from here. We might need to switch out, maybe to like Grimmsnarl or something. Like we'll Rain Dance to reduce the damage from Heat Wave, and then Grimmsnarl will come in, bring out the screens, maybe Fake Out. And it has Spirit Break too, which can go against Koraidon. I need lots of time to think here because we don't want to take any damage with any Pokemon because that could really cost us the game. If we need a Pokemon, say like Grimmsnarl, to come out and then it's taking too much damage on the switch, and it can't really do what it came to do. Kingambit would be really good for Calyrex Shadow, so I can't really go down to a fighting attack because it's 4 times weak to fighting. And then it's also weak to Heat Wave. We can weaken Heat Wave, but you know, it's kind of like rock, paper, scissors here. If I Terra Steel with Galarian Moltres, I can maybe take a Bug Buzz, but then if it's Heat Wave, I don't know, even with the weakness from the rain. Okay, what we'll do is that we'll bring out the rain and the hurricane anyway, and if we go down to a Bug Buzz, we just go down and we bring out Grimmsnarl with fresh health. They switched out, looks like they know the rain is coming, and they're going to switch back into Koraidon, I think, but it's not going to work because every turn that resets, we put up the rain again. Unless like they switch in on a turn that we don't use Rain Dance, and then they'll get the Heat Wave once Koraidon comes in on that turn. So Bug Buzz takes us down as predicted, and we can maybe come in with Grimmsnarl, and maybe we can use Light Screen, maybe use Fake Out, because I predict that there will be a Heat Wave as soon as they switch back into Koraidon. I might get the Foul Play on Calyrex Shadow just to chip it away because it's like 4 times weak to Dark, so that will be decent, and it's just got high spreads. It's not like a high attacker, it's just got high spreads in general. And out goes Calyrex Shadow. These mind games, these rock, paper, scissors games are getting taxing. Just need to make the right play and get them on checkmate. Okay, in comes Koraidon and the sun. As predicted, our Fake Out goes straight into Volcarona, which is really good. That means that we don't take a Heat Wave, and Foul Play should go into Koraidon. Koraidon resists Dark, but it's got pretty high attacks, so I mean, Foul Play can do decent chip damage, and then we can try and finish it off with Spirit Break. Okay, so maybe we use Rain Dance to weaken the Heat Wave from Volcarona, and then use Spirit Break to chip away at Koraidon and get its health down. I'm not really sure what to do with Volcarona though. Like in the end game, like it's already set up, so I'm gonna have to just go for Sucker Punch, but is it gonna be enough? Hopefully Grimmsnarl is still alive to use like Parting Shot and Light Screen. And the Heat Wave comes out. It does less than half damage and we get burned. That is the worst thing to happen right now. Let's see how much damage we can do with Spirit Break. Koraidon goes for a collision course and we live. We survive, but the burn is kind of chipping away at us. We can eat a berry, but we'll see if, well, we can't live another one, definitely. The Spirit Break comes out. Okay, so the next one should KO, I think. The problem is that we won't be around to see it because Collision Course will KO us unless we disable it the next turn so it doesn't come out. But does Volcarona go for a Bug Buzz and then knock us out? Like, yeah, it's a very chancy situation, I think, but we'll have to try it. So Koraidon went for Collision Course, which is great. Now it's disabled. Volcarona goes for Quiver Dance. That means that we live to do a Spirit Break, and that is amazing because now we get the knockout on Koraidon, and we continue this. Koraidon is stunned for 1 turn. We can go for a Light Screen or Parting Shot probably. Maybe on Volcarona because it's set up so much. Calyrex Shadow isn't too much of a threat if it doesn't have any fairy attacks, and we can just protect Disable on the next turn and see how to deal with this situation. This is pretty much the end game where very crucial decisions can determine who wins, who loses, and it could be very, very close. I think the play is very clear from here. Go for Protect and Disable. They don't have Koraidon to bring up the sun anymore, so they're just stuck in the rain. It's just going to be Bug Buzz and maybe Astral Barrage, which I don't know why they brought this to a mono dark team. I don't know. So we go for Light Screen just to ensure that we can survive an attack or two. We still have Kingambit, and I don't know, maybe we can disable Heat Wave, who knows. Oh, Volcarona does Bug Buzz into Sableye and gets it protected. So that means that Grimmsnarl lives again. That's amazing. Well, actually, I might just disable Astral Barrage, in fact, because, I mean, it's still a powerful attack. It can snowball very quickly and give Cataract Shadow the special attack boost that it wants. But on the other hand, like, what if the rain runs out? What if, like, Sableye goes down? Then we're kind of screwed, actually. So, I don't know if that's the best play. Oh, they cancel the match, so we win. We win. I mean, it wasn't a guaranteed win, but now it is. Like and subscribe that. That's our Mono Dark team against a very powerful Regulation J team. And there's another match to come. Heavily reliant on the sun. Of course, Torkoal has Eruption. Typhlosion has Eruption. Venusaur has Chlorophyll. Rillaboom has Grassy Terrain. I just hope nobody comes and brings out the rain, huh? Like raining on a nice sunny day. Especially when Overquill wants to go swimming. Swift swimming. But I will say their team is fairly balanced and they definitely know what they're doing. So I need to be careful. I need to get dark. Yeah, such a nice setting for a dark team. A dark night and a dark battle. And the match begins. And surprise, surprise, we're staring down Incineroar and Torkoal. I guess the sun is going to protect Incineroar from rain or water attacks. And I only assume they have Flare Blitz. Since Intimidate can't do much to us, I think they're going to go for Fake Out and Eruption, but they can't go for Fake Out on Sableye because it's a Ghost type. So I guess we bring out the rain safely and with no interruptions. We could go for Light Screen, we could go for Fake Out, we could go for Parting Shot. I guess we have lots of options here, but I think just put up the rain right now will nullify a lot. And I say Intimidate is not that effective on Grimmsnarl, just because Grimmsnarl is not a massive attacker, it's just there to use Spirit Break to lower its special attack. And we just got faked out by Incineroar, but that's fine because Rain Dance will still nullify that Eruption from Torkoal or any attack that it wants to throw out. So they went with Overheat, which didn't do that much damage. I guess we're in a good position right now, and the only option they have is to switch out. Or Eject Back. So maybe they'll look for another way to bring in Torkoal safely and also benefit the play and the team. I think they do want to save the Torkoal and they do want to weather war, especially with the team that they have. So, okay, so Rillaboom comes in and puts up the Grassy Terrain. Is it going to go for Fake Out? Is it going to go for U-Turn? Okay, we'll see what the play is from here. We'll go for Protect and Parting Shot, bring in Overquill in the rain, and we can see if we need to disable a move that's coming next. Grimmsnarl doesn't have lots of use here, so we better switch out. And Overquill can pressure the Rillaboom a little bit with the Gunk Shot, and we have Wide Lens to make it more accurate. It's a bit difficult too because we do have Terra Water with Overquill, but we can't really use it against Venusaur and Rillaboom. We can only use it against Incineroar and Torkoal. So I also think that my opponent feels the pressure a little bit, and there are some mind games here, but in general, I think that we have the control. I wonder if the Rillaboom has Fake Out like Incineroar does. That would be quite standard. I guess if not, then what's it gonna do? Okay, so we switch out with Parting Shot and we bring in our Overquill. I wonder what Incineroar could do at this point. Maybe it will go for a Parting Shot as well. I don't see Knockoff doing anything here because we're all Dark types. We have the upper hand with Overquill for both Rillaboom and Incineroar because I have that Liquidation and I have Sludge Bomb. U-Turn. So U-Turn out of here, I guess what they'll do is they'll bring back in Torkoal and get the sun back up immediately. Okay, well, we have Prankster. We can do this all day. Rain Dance, and if we need to, we can just Terra Water. And if we lose Overquill, we still have Galarian Moltres. The Hurricane becomes 100% accurate under rain. Okay, they bring in the Venusaur to take the Gunk Shot and Parting Shot. Okay, alright, so they're gonna weaken my Overquill and we'll see how much damage I can still do with attacks. I may have to keep it in for now. I imagine out comes Torkoal with Venusaur and using Chlorophyll to go first. Rillaboom comes out. I don't know. Isn't it weak to Gunk Shot? Unless Rillaboom has Fake Out. I don't know what it's trying to do here. But I guess like Venusaur must have Earth Power or something, so I better be careful. What I'll do is I'll first chip the Rillaboom with Foul Play and then protect with Overqwil, see what's going to happen, see what they're going to do, and I can use Disable on the next turn. Maybe I can just go for Rillaboom, see if it switches out anyway. Maybe it will go back into Incineroar, use Intimidate. We protect. What would they do? And they Fake Out. Wow, okay, I did not know Rillaboom had Fake Out. And following with Earth Power. Okay. Alright, we avoided something very big there, so... Oh, that chip was good. That Foul Play. So what do we do next? We take an Earth Power to Gunk Shot maybe? Or we can disable the Earth Power, but I don't know about this turn. Yeah, we will. I was just thinking that maybe we can take an Earth Power, but I don't think we should risk it. The Overqwil has got way less special defense than defense. So if we can get the Rillaboom with Sludge Bomb, I think we can knock it out. We've already got the chip with the Foul Play. Even if it switches out to Incineroar, it's still going to take damage. And if we can deal with that, then we just go for the Venusaur and just waiting for the opponent to make their decision. They are most definitely pressured at this point. They know that even if they bring out the Sun, we can bring out the Rain instantly with Prankster. Unless our Sableye goes down, which we're trying to avoid, but we can always disable moves when they come in and they switch in fresh, so we have the upper hand. What would I even do in their position? Just Earth Power, I guess. Oh, they're gonna go for a Terra, and let's see who they target that Terra into. Looks like it's gonna be Venusaur. Terra Ground, and they're going to go for the Earth Power, not knowing that we just disabled it. I think that, in general, that was a good play, to be fair, but that play was just taken away. Unfortunately, now we can get the Gunk Shot into Rillaboom and hopefully knock it out. And it survives, but it gets poisoned, so actually this turn it should still get knocked out regardless of what it does. Or just knock itself out, whichever comes. So actually the poison didn't count for much on this turn. And wow, Sableye survives that Wood Hammer. Such a monster, such a little tank it is. Doesn't even have like an Eviolite or something to boost his defenses. That's just crazy. To be honest, like my opponent made all the right choices that turn, and I guess it didn't work in their favor. So they couldn't get that much damage off of Sableye for some reason, and that could have been a huge turn because if they knock out Sableye, we don't have the... Well, actually we do have the Rain with Overqwil. I forgot that I kept it on this set for this match. I don't know why. So Incineroar comes in and gets the Intimidate off. This is going to affect my Overqwil. It's already been intimidated by one stage. Now it's 2 stages. I hope that the Rain boosted Liquidation can still help us knock out the Venusaur. Incineroar is not too much of a threat right now under the Rain, so we'll just leave it there. We'll come for it later. It's probably still sore that I didn't choose it for my Dark team. Sorry, Incineroar. So we go for a double protect just to avoid any like fake out shenanigans. I know it can't fake out Sableye, but like if Venusaur gets a lucky shot, then we might be in trouble. Venusaur chooses to protect too. I guess they're trying to stall out the disable and also get some chip damage with Incineroar, I guess. We can't use Prankster Disable on Incineroar either, but yeah, we'll just keep Sableye alive for the end game with Torkoal. The Rain stops, we'll go for Rain Dance again. Thank goodness that our Sableye is still alive. We'll go for Liquidation with Overqwil. We'll try and get that knockout on the Venusaur. I predict that maybe Incineroar is going to go for Parting Shot to try and really nullify the Overqwil's attack. Even if they switch into Torkoal, like our Rain Dance will come up on the first turn. And there it comes, they did not switch out, and our Liquidation lands. Let's see how much damage. That is actually good damage. That's more than half. One more will knock it out for sure. Sleep Powder comes out on Sableye and puts us to sleep. That is a little bit of an issue, actually. Incineroar's low kick gets a critical hit but doesn't do much damage because we're not a very heavy Pokemon. Lucky for us, we still have Rain Dance on our Overclaw. Thank goodness I left it on this set. And the good news is, none of these Pokemon are very fast. I think that Overclaw still outspeeds them even without Rain Dance. So we can always get up Rain Dance first and also nullify their fire attacks and empower our water attacks. Okay, so hopefully our Sableye can wake up soon, because if it gets knocked out, it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's not the best thing, obviously. We're going to have to rely on Rain Dance for Galarian Moltres' Hurricane. Let's just go for our Liquidation and knock out this Venusaur first. Nicely done. I think that the opponent has run out of options now. Torkoal's going to come in, but we still have Rain Dance, we still have that Prankster, we still have our Sableye, and I think this is pretty much the end of the match. Can we lose from here? I don't know. Even if they knock out like Overqwil, we can bring in Galarian Moltres and do a Fiery Wrath, which will weaken Torkoal's Eruption, and even if it tries to do Overheat, it's just going to lower its special attack until it can't do anything. So what we'll do right now is that we'll go for a double protect, because we might just, I don't know, disable something. Maybe it could even be Torkoal's Eruption, and then that would just be the best thing possible. It can only use Overheat, and it will just repeat itself and lower its special attack. Oh, you know, I just forgot Sableye was asleep there. That was kind of a dangerous situation, in fact. They had the sun up, and we couldn't get the rain up. Well, I guess, actually, I still think Overqwil is faster than Torkoal. But yeah, stalling sleep and protecting was probably the right play there anyway. We do have Rain Dance with Overqwil, but it's probably better to Rain Dance with Sableye and not waste a turn with Overqwil, because that turn Overqwil could have got knocked out. So we'll see if it even has Eruption, or if we need to use Rain Dance instead. Well, I think the play is pretty straightforward. I don't think they have many chances to win, but say, for example, if they keep the sun open and they get an Overheat out on Overqwil, it's definitely going down. I just don't think that they'll last long in this state. So we'll try and disable the Eruption, and then we'll go straight into Rain Dance afterwards. That should secure the win. We're going to Terra Water just to make sure. Let's finish it off. Oh, they cancelled. Alright, okay. Well, that's our Mono Dark team. Good game to my opponent, very tough match. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I enjoyed designing and putting together this team, putting it into practice. Let us know your favorite monotype. How would you make a team? What are some of your favorite Pokemon together? What's your favorite gym leader? If you did enjoy the video, please leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye, friends.